That one's somewhat because if we look at them side by side, that one's similar. That one's not similar. There's more curve on the there's more curve right here. This is straight. These are not similar. These are similar. These are somewhat similar. Because I guess the thing is not only if you lay them on top, but it's just like the direction of the words or the letters. Um, the S's kind of look similar in a way, but the bottom half of the S is like this is curved up the words. This is down. Now this is consistent. If we're just looking at the bottom half of these S's, down, 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 down. This up, up, straight, down a little bit. Nah, not the same. Not the same. Oh no, man. I'm starting to think he didn't write this. The U's can be difficult. I don't know about the U. Looks like he has more curve around the bottom of his U's. Because I just want his letters to match. And they don't. There are small characteristics about his letters that just don't. There's too much of, like, there's too many small, intricate differences. Like, right here, like, just the little ways of writing, like, right here, there's like a little extra lip on the end. Like, you don't really see a lot of extra lip in the same places. Like, these V's are not similar. Slanted right, up, straight up, more vertical, more straight up. Now these look similar in the way that they're slanted, but this one's consistent with this in the way that it's kind of slanted left. And this is the only one that's slanted left. These two are more so these more so favor the right hand side. This is more so vertical. And this one should be compared to this one, should be compared to this one. But the way they're written is different. That's what I'm saying. Same. It ain't gonna be the same. Ain't gonna be the same. He's clearly longer in the middle in his W's. Way longer. He has full W's. Yeah. Full. Even higher. So if you look at 1, 2, 3, this would be debatable. But 1, 2, 3, these are definitively higher in the middle part. But these are definitively shorter everywhere. And they're sort of like this boom bubble. It's like a swing. It's almost like a loop, like a loopy W. It's like a loopy boom, like kind of like that. like two U's. But this one, these are like, these aren't loopy at all. These are, uh, uh, yeah, I don't think those are this at all. Yeah, his W's are not the same. Yeah. I don't know, man. You're starting to lose me. I was just gonna wait till I was just gonna wait until they started comparing, but I didn't see any differences or I'm sorry, I didn't see any similarities right off the bat. And because it's like the characteristics of some of these things, like the little intricacies, like this right here, you know, this is in a different place. Like that's downward. This is in a different place. Like right here, the sort of like the shape right here is sort of like bulging out right here on the sides, whereas that would only be present down here on the bottom of that zero. But these are O's. You can't really compare. Okay, we do have a dollar sign. Dollar sign. Evans are S's are different. See too much on the nines. I was looking at something else. The nines look different, and I'm specifically referring to this and this as a clear example. These have more of a circular back, whereas these are more vertically aligned. These are straighter on the back right here. These are more circular. Even here, you can see a little bit of the circular nature on the backs of this. And of course, the 7 is nowhere near the same. You see this slant, it's almost like a Z. Doro. Like this is sharp and it goes down. I don't see. These are just different. These two. These dollar signs are just different. Yeah, I would write a dollar sign the same way. Somewhat. I have more. Mine looks less like a Z. It's like sometimes when you put them on top of each other, they look the same, but when you set them side by side, they don't look the same at all. That 99 that they just now that is you set them on top of each other, they look very similar. That doesn't look with that. Closer to side by side if we're comparing those. Like, say for example, the bottom right here, you have like ink blot pileups toward the bottom to indicate that this individual went like this, would seem like to where the ink. There's a starting and ending point right here. The ink blot, ink blot. Because either they started right here and went like that, or they started right here and went like that because they put the Sharpie down and held it, and then boom, boom, boom. So whoever is writing this has some sort of hesitation for it to be long enough for like a Sharpie blot to make a little indentation there. Like this 9 planted rightwards. Yeah, you can't just pick and choose. You can't just pick and choose what you want to apply. Like this needs to be consistent with this. These two need to look extremely similar. They need to look eerily similar. Okay. Right. Includes the portion of the presentation. The goal of these overlays is not to establish an exact correspondence between the documents, but rather to demonstrate striking similarities, in letter and number traits between the known in question handwriting samples. As such, degree of variation in size and scale of the letters is to be expected and should not undermine the validity of the comparisons made. Yeah, I'm not saying the size and scale. That's not my issue. My issue is not with the variation. With respect to the variation, it's not the size and scale of it. But if we're going to write, because the size and scale should be similar from what we see, right? Because this size and scale should be relatively similar. He's not writing much larger than this. Yeah, my 9, if I write a 9, I should do the same. The 9 should look very similar. So I don't know. I don't think it's the size and the scale that's got me. I think the degree of variation in the characteristics of how the words are finished, how the words are started, how letters are finished and started, and the little characteristics are in different places. That should be consistent throughout the analysis, and I just don't see it. So I don't know, man. I really I came into this kind of open. There were some similarities, man, but there were a lot of differences to me. Dang, I'm interested to see Patsy's now. But let me know what you think. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm not seeing something. Comment, like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments. And until next video, take it easy.